Welcome to Cyber Espresso Podcast, your quick chat of cybersecurity insights with industry leaders. I welcome today's guest, Jeet Banerjee, Sales Director, Cybersecurity Alliances at HCL Tech. Jeet, it's my pleasure to host you today.
It is great meeting you, Murad, and you're doing an amazing job, I should say. And, keep this going, all the very best.
Thanks, I appreciate that. So, Jeet, AI is transforming the game everywhere. How
Yes.
is AI transforming your game, the Alliance ecosystem you manage? What changes have you observed recently?
What I've seen, Murad, is that, AI isn't a slogan anymore, is what I feel. It's reshaping, especially, I handle alliances and, whatever I'm talking about here is on my personal capacity. Especially in cybersecurity, we are seeing a shift towards embedding AI into what I would say co-innovation models where, uh, partner builds together and not just sell together, so there's more cohesiveness, if I can put it that way. And I think so that aligns with even what industry leaders like partners are talking about it. That the AI curiosity phase is kind of over, and clients and partners are looking towards tactical use cases that can deliver actual or real business value, if I can put it in a right way.
Yeah. So it
Does it answer
becomes
your
a
question?
Yeah, it becomes a reality, part of our life, basically, and it will evolve, and we will evolve with it. Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. And if I
So,
can add a line, if I can add a line,
sure.
I would say that, alliances now foster that, that we are partnering with every, that we are making with every partner is aligned to outcome, is not anymore only aligned to your outcomes. It is, it is not just to output, it is to outcomes, if you can put it in the right way. Yes.
That's very true. That's very true. So, if you would like to name a few threats, cybersecurity threats that needs immediate action from the leadership today, what will that be?
Okay, this is a really difficult question. Everybody has their own set of challenges that they have faced. But in my experience, if I can put three names that comes top of my mind, the three threats that are knocking on the door would be, I would say, the first would be the industrialization of ransomware as a service and DDoS as a service. The first one. The second would be supply chain risks, and the third would be the identity based threats. I think so ransomware as a service is broadly accessible and demands dual focus. It is not only prevention but also requires recovery from the client's end. And DDoS, it can cripple any website. It can be a PR nightmare, and it can cripple your websites, applications, and at the end of the day, it is revenue loss for you. So that is the first one that I would like to point out. The second, of course, is supply chain. Like we are in a we are in an era of globalization, or maybe past it, if I can put it that way. So supply chains are very key to everything that we do. And though we feel that information technology is outside supply chain, it may not be. But because if you go by Gartner, it has been telling that there are non-patchable attack surfaces and are projected to make over half of the enterprise's infrastructure by 2026. Which naturally elevates the third party and even the fourth party vulnerabilities, because I have seen clients who have faced challenges because the fourth party, because of a fourth party vulnerability. So supply chain attacks will become, I would say, a major way. And the fourth, of course, would be identity, which remains the new perimeter. So the new world, there is no perimeter, as Neo said. There's no spoon in Matrix. So credentials compromised in hybrid work environments are behind most breaches, and zero trust is, I would say, no longer aspirational. It's basically mandatory in nowadays. If I can put a little insight into it, it would be, let's consider what Forrester is telling. Forrester is basically telling that cloud security alliances still points to ransomware evolution and doubles extortion tactics, because of IoT vulnerabilities. So I would say, yes, these are the main challenges that I foresee in terms of, which would keep a CXO awake at night, if I can put it that way.
Correct, perfect. So, as part of your role, I assume you work with a lot of technology companies. Some of them are startups, some of them are very mature. But if we fast forward 6 months, so what do you think? Which technologies are poised to impact the cybersecurity?
Um, I, I would consider a longer time frame,
Yeah.
and the thing that I would like to put my bets on, apart from cryptocurrency, that's just a joke. But what I would say is quantum resistant cryptography. This may be a very heavy term, and people may feel that it's sci-fi. I feel that it is not anymore. If you see the research that has been done on this, so as of now, it sounds like science fiction, but quantum computers are inching closer to reality. I think so. If I'm not wrong, Google already has something active right now, and our encryption. So whatever we are encrypting today, it can be a piece of cake to be de-encrypted by a quantum computer. So I think so. CXOs should start thinking about how they to start working towards something which is which inhibits this decryption. So preparing with crypto agility and planning for, I would say, post quantum scenarios isn't optional anymore for any of the CXOs. The second is, of course, though it is very prevalent on social media, deep fakes and Gen AI driven extortions. We have seen them in real life. We have seen videos which are very like you know they're very convincing, if I can put it that way, and this can creep into the enterprises also. So let me quote Forrester here. Forrester recently highlighted that emerging risks, you might not think about them immediately, like high quality deepfakes, but they have become a reality and would be used in enterprises and faking credentials in times to come, specifically when we have moved so much towards home-based work, work from home, and people are doing a lot of video chats, and it's become a way of life for us. So that can become a huge challenge. And of course, I would be a dumb person if I don't mention AI. So of course, the cliched word, the agentic AI. So I have to mention it because it is very critical that things will move from generative to agentic, and we are already moving towards it, and these systems will be very autonomous in nature. Actually, they can disable threats, coach employees on the fly, so they can do a hell lot of things. But a moment of caution also, because there's a great AI hype that's going on. We have to go by, we have to be a little cautious, specifically the industry. If you go by Gartner, it is basically telling that 40% of agentic projects may get scrapped by 27 due to unclear return over in return of investments or immature implementation. So the idea is to focus on practical autonomy, start small with scoped use cases, tight governance, and that is, according to me, that is how you build trust, and you can basically scale, right? So that is my 2 cents with my limited experience, I would say.
Very good. Jed, I appreciate your time and sharing your insights. I look forward to our chat, our conversation on other occasions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Murat.
Take care.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye bye.